Believe it or not, this series was way harder to do than I expected it to be, with so many failed attempts, and since this is the fourth and final video of the P9 Lite series of videos where I want to help you to decide if you should go for the P9 Lite or something else, I will just pull through this one and not care if I make any mistakes. So after I've covered the A5 2016, the Nexus 5X and the P9, it's time for the LG G4, because a lot of people have asked themselves, should I get last year's flagship or this year's premium mid-ranger, and it is a legit question. So let's start off with the design and build quality. I give the win to the P9 Lite when it comes to build quality, because it after all feels definitely noticeably more premium, nicer and compact. It is also smaller. The LG G4, if you maybe get a leather bag, feels great as well, but just not quite on the level. Also a little bit bigger, not as comfortable, and the button placement wasn't that convenient for me, but it could be very well for you. If you talk about the display, it's actually closer than expected, because it's also a little bit different, because the G4 has the best blacks I've seen on a non-AMOLED display. Very nice color calibration. It's maybe not super bright, and sometimes, if not bright enough, seems a little bit dull. Not in terms of colors, but like it would be slightly dimmed. The P9 makes a great job. Perfectly color calibrated. Really nice and vibrant display. Very sharp. I would maybe say in overall a lot of people would agree that the G4 is better, but I like the P9 Lite a lot. When it comes to the speaker, I also give the win to the P9 Lite, because the speaker is still noticeably louder, it's placed a little bit better, it doesn't get blocked, it still doesn't sound so muffled as the G4, sounds way clearer and overall more present. I give it a win. The G4 felt a little bit muffled for me and just not as loud as expected. Headphone jack quality is maybe a little bit better, but here they are so close, it doesn't really make enough of a difference. Performance, and yes, even though a lot of people could say that can't be true, but yes, I give the win to the P9 Lite, because I would say the Kirin 650 is closer to an Snapdragon 810 to an 808, because I never was really so happy with the performance of an 808. It always felt a little bit like it would miss a few frames. It didn't really felt super lightweight to me, and the P9 Lite does exactly that with 3 GB of RAM. It's also very capable in terms of multitasking. Gaming performance was top, so even though the G4 is a really nice performer, it never really appealed so much to me as the P9 Lite did. And in terms of battery life, it wins also clearly. Okay, the G4 charges noticeably faster than the quite slow with 3.5 hours charge of the P9 Lite, but the battery life is noticeably better. I get like 1.5 hours more either on Wi-Fi or on mixed use, so noticeably winner, and it already has a really great battery life. Software, I like them absolutely both, because I think the LG software is really capable. It's a little bit odd in terms of design choice, in terms of colors and so on, but really nice and capable software. Same as the EMUI software. It has a few features less, but still is absolutely capable. I didn't really miss out on anything. I think so that the G4 will get a little bit better in terms of updates, will get them faster, because yeah, Huawei isn't really known for the fastest updates, so here you could, if that's important for you, favor the G4. And the camera as well. The G4 makes really nice videos, where the P9 is its biggest weakness. It just doesn't perform so well. Pictures, it shoots really nice pictures, also nice selfies, but the G4 has, for a good reason, one of the best cameras of 2015 that can still hold up very well in 2016. So for the current price, they are both offering the best values compared to the other phones that I reviewed, like the Nexus 5X and the A5 2016, because the G4, after all, has a still nice in-hand feel. Maybe not so super premium, especially for me. I didn't use a leather bag. The display is really nice. The sound is still okay. Performance is definitely capable with 3 GB of RAM. Has a good software. Battery life was a little bit on the weaker side for me, but therefore it has a really nice software, good software support, and an amazing camera. If you want the overall more balanced phone, I would maybe get the P9 Lite. At least personally, I would get that, because the screen is great as well. The in-hand feel was just a little bit better. Performance was noticeably better. Battery life was noticeably better. The sound was also better. I think you get the pattern. It's only pretty much the software that is not so up to date sometimes maybe, and the camera where it loses out, which are factors for me that aren't so important. So this would have been it. I gave it the pros and cons, and since this is the last video, you could maybe think that this whole series was extremely biased towards the P9 Lite, but this is for the one good reason. Personally, I've said that for a good reason, that the P9 Lite currently is the one and only phone for around 300 that I would without any hesitation recommend to anyone who wants a really great, very close to flagship level phone. And that's why it could feel like it, and the other ones are slightly older. And not just because of that, but the P9 Lite is so well balanced and hasn't a real big weakness at maybe the video qualities for the camera, but that's it. So I hope you liked the series. If you did, thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like these, subscribe to the channel. And if you have anything else to ask, just down in the questions. I wish you a nice day. Bye.